Blackstone Audio presents King Rat, the epic novel of war and survival by James Clavell. This book is read by Simon Vance. For those who were there and are not, for those who were there and are, for him, but most for her. There was a war. Changi and Outram Road jails in Singapore do, or did, exist. Obviously, the rest of this story is fiction, and no similarity to anyone living or dead exists, or is intended. Part 1. Chapter 1. "I'm going to get that bloody bastard if I die in the attempt." Lieutenant Grey was glad that at last he had spoken aloud what had so long been twisting his guts into a knot. The venom in Grey's voice snapped Sergeant Masters out of his reverie. He had been thinking about a bottle of ice-cold Australian beer, and a steak with a fried egg on top, and his home in Sydney, and his wife, and the breasts and smell of her. He didn't bother to follow the lieutenant's gaze out the window. He knew who it had to be among the half-naked men walking the dirt path which skirted the barbed fence. But he was surprised at Grey's outburst. Usually, the provost marshal of Changi was as tight-lipped and unapproachable as any Englishman. "Save your strength, Lieutenant," Masters said wearily. "The Japs will fix him soon enough." "Bugger the Japs," Grey said. "I want to catch him. I want him in this jail. And when I've done with him, I want him in Outram Road jail." Masters looked up aghast. "Outram Road?" "Certainly." "My oath, I can understand you wanting to get him," Masters said. "But, well, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. That's where he belongs, and that's where I'm going to put him, because he's a thief, a liar, a cheat, and a bloodsucker. A bloody vampire who feeds on the rest of us." Grey got up and went closer to the window of the sweltering MP hut. He waved at the flies which swarmed from the plank floors, and squinted his eyes against the refracted glare of the high noon light beating the packed earth. "By God," he said, "I'll have vengeance for all of us." "Good luck, mate," Masters thought. "You can get the king if anyone can. You've got the right amount of hate in you." Masters did not like officers, and did not like military police. He particularly despised Grey, for Grey had been promoted from the ranks, and tried to hide this fact from others. But Grey was not alone in his hatred. The whole of Changi hated the king. They hated him for his muscular body, the clear glow in his blue—
Sample complete. Ready to continue?